made by someone who used to work at Area 51 to a scary encounter caught on camera. Here are 5 scary videos based on Area 51. A scary encounter. The following video features 2 motorcyclists who encounter a life-threatening situation outside of Area 51. Although being a frightening encounter,
you guys,
it's what happens to them afterwards that's 51? Way more scary.
Are you aware?
The video starts off with 2 motorcyclists who come across some guards in a vehicle. They then proceed to move along until reaching a post that stopped them from going any further. It was upon reaching this post that the following happened.
Place in the desert. Aliens.
Here's a Stella.
Pizza there.
Whoa.
This is fake. I'm saying this video is fake.
Happening. I know, I am.
This is like staged.
Yeah.
Put your hands up. I'm not going to tell you again. Right. Turn around.
Yeah.
You got him? I'll pat him down. You're going all the way out here.
We're just adventure travelers. We're just adventure travelers.
Adventure travelers.
No.
Listen, we're going to give you guys a chance, okay? Get on your bikes, out of here. We'll call Lincoln County, and they'll write you each a $750 ticket.
Okay.
We're out of here. Thank you. Go ahead.
I don't know, something about it just seems fake.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Like Sergeant Slaughter looking motherfucker.
Had they said or done anything else, I'm pretty sure these guards would have shot them without having to hesitate. Luckily, they made it out alive.
I don't know, what do you think?
Or so people thought.
Or some people
This was the last video they posted, and ever since then, they've been completely absent from social media, which is very odd as they're usually active online.
Then how do they put the video online?
How odd the situation is, someone reached out to them via Instagram and asked if they were okay, and, to their surprise, they responded by saying, FDC 6 months. According to the message, they're saying that they were held in a federal detention center for 6 months. However, some think that this might not be true and that something else actually happened, as they still haven't posted a thing on their accounts. Some have theorized that their social media has been taken over by government
people like
officials.
this. Wouldn't this be like happening all the time?
This might have been someone else who responded.
I don't know.
The reason for this is unknown, but some believe that it may have to do with the last video they posted. Who knows? The whereabouts of these individuals is unknown, and to this day, it remains a mystery as to what actually happened to them.
You're doing good. Always a pleasure.
Area 51 Tunnel.
I see you guys stream.
This next video comes from Explore With Us, a channel based on exploring abandoned locations.
Isn't it crazy that that channel started out as like an urban exploration channel, and now it's like the biggest like true crime channel there is? Explore With Us is like police footage, murders and stuff like that, and it was originally like a daughter.
All the videos on this channel,
father, like
there's one in particular
things.
That's pretty spooky, and it takes place near Area 51. The video starts off with 2 explorers who are just a few feet away from a secret tunnel near Area 51. The tunnel seems to have been abandoned many years ago, as the things they find inside are pretty old. But finding old things isn't the highlight of this video, for they encounter something really chilling inside. Here's what they captured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That door just closed by itself, guys. Yep. That sucks. The battery dead. Let's get by this part.
Aside from paranormal activity, and considering the fact that this tunnel is at the same location as Area 51, it makes you wonder if there's any connection to the facility. Perhaps it was used by personnel of Area 51 to transport items from point A to point B.
Just carrying a UFO.
It's quite a mystery as to what this was for, but based on its location, it may have a literal connection to Area 51. If so, Those attending the raid might want to use this as a means to get inside. In all seriousness, this has to be one of the most creepy places near Area 51. Alien encounter. These next few clips come from an interview featuring Bob Lazar, a former employee of Area 51.
I feel like Bob
who
Lazar
recounts the
is
things he's
such
seen while
bullshit.
working there.
I just don't think
Although
he's.
most of what he's seen is pretty interesting,
I don't think
the
he's
things
a
that he
real
talks about in the following
UFO
clips
man.
is really unsettling, as it makes you question everything you know about the US government and life in general. Here are those clips.
One or two autopsy photographs I saw.
That's true. When
dealt
JCS
with
left,
just a
kind of
small
like, yeah, it's just like JCS
photograph, a bust
videos.
shot, essentially, just head,
Come on,
shoulders, and
dude.
chest of an alien where the chest was cut open in T fashion and one single
It's like a
organ
Silent
was
Hill
removed.
2 video.
The organ itself in the other picture was cut and
Just like,
vivisectioned, essentially.
come on. Yo,
Showing
Johnny.
the different chambers in there. Allegedly, what
Come
happened
on,
in
man. Thank you for the
79,
raid. We're watching
there was some
an
sort of
alien
information
video right now.
exchange
Hope
going
you guys
on
are
where there
well.
were
Hope you had a good
actual
stream.
live aliens at the facility, and a fight ensued. And the bottom line from the altercation was that the
Young Bob
security
Lazar kind of
personnel,
looks like Carmack
I
a
don't
little
remember
bit.
how many were involved, but
He
were
could have
all
made
killed.
Doom.
They died of head wounds, and that's all that. One day when I was getting on Interstate 15, driving down Charleston Boulevard, a car came up alongside of me. There was a gunshot, and the
Why would
back
they
of the
never
car
try
was
to kill
hit,
him
and
again?
they skidded off into the median. Else happened. It was an attempt on my life, but by who specifically, I don't know.
Watching something like this makes you feel unsettled, as you're not sure
I kind of think a lot of the X-Files original writers were definitely inspired by stuff Bob Lazar was saying at the time, though.
if you
A
can
lot of
trust
those
anyone
incidents
who works for
sound
the
like
government. As for the things that Bob has
episodes of
seen,
X-Files, kind of
it
like,
makes you
especially the
wonder
early
if
ones.
there's anything else that might be hiding. It's a scary thought, for it could be something potentially dangerous and really frightening. Who knows what else is inside?
Another
A terrifying
hidden government
encounter.
force trying to assassinate.
This next video comes
Mulder
from a
and Scully all
channel
the time.
by the name of Licking
come on.
Guy, which, as the channel's name suggests, is based on a guy who pretty much goes to famous locations
Are you
and
fucking
licks
kidding
anything
me?
that's a part of that place. Although funny and quite novel, what this YouTuber encounters is no laughing matter, as he almost ends up getting killed. The video starts off with him heading over to what seems like a back entrance to Area 51. Upon arriving, he walks over to the back entrance
Also, this isn't like new. This is a fucking like 5-year-old video. Kind of funny.
and sees a warning sign prohibiting anyone from entering inside.
It's fucking sick.
Although he
fuck.
doesn't enter, he does something that's just as bad as breaking in. He licks the sign and then rips it off the gate.
What the
He then
fuck?
walks away with it. However, seconds later, the following happens.
Same white truck. No.
A gun goes off in the distance.
It's like
It's
the
unclear
sound
as
of
to
it
whether or
is
not this was
completely
done to scare
3D
him
and
off.
like in the middle.
Although it may seem funny, it was a dangerous stunt that could have ended badly. This could have resulted in him getting shot for stealing something that was definitely not worth the video.
I wonder what happened to this guy.
Whether funny
He's
or
still
not,
licking things.
there's no doubting that this had to be one really scary encounter.
He still used the same font all the way back then. It looks like just fucking ectoplasm jizz everywhere. All right. The 6 creepiest things found in Fortnite. This was 6 years ago, so no, I'm good. It's kind of funny seeing him like hit his stride and he's like, okay, I'm just going to do this one kind of video. They got 4 million views on it. And he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to keep with that. Keep going with that. Here's a 13 creepy things that happened while playing games online. I wonder if Vinny is going to be in here.
The following video is a compilation of responses found on Reddit. These responses are based
Hell
on
yeah,
people's
Reddit.
creepy experiences with online games,
What would we do without
from being
Reddit?
blackmailed to receiving creepy messages. Here are 13 scary things that happened while playing an online game. Enjoy.
Doesn't even look. It's just
I
like
played World of
straight up
Warcraft
threads
with a guy who was American.
Just reading threads from Reddit. Looking for the good shit. Here's his first video he ever posted.
Old gaming consoles fascinate me, and although they're not as high-tech as today's consoles, gaming consoles from the past have some qualities that make them just as good as the latest systems. However, one very distinctive quality that old consoles have are their so-called Easter eggs and error messages. Coming across these as a kid really spooked me, and the reason for this was not because of the visuals on the screen, but the sounds that came with the message. These eerie sounds definitely seemed out of place for a console that was meant to entertain, and it surely scared a lot of young gamers. That said, here are 5 gaming console sounds that spooked us as kids.
Number 5.
Sega CD warning. Now this first sound
I
doesn't
knew
come from
one
a
kid
console,
who had the
but
Sega
rather
CD
a game disc
growing
with a
up.
warning. And the sound that plays in this message is just as creepy as the
Hell
following
yeah.
sounds on this list, which is
Chris
why I
Cross
focus
really
on
made a
the video.
Sega CD like
This message would play after inserting a Sega CD disc into a CD player instead of the Sega CD console. In other words, if you were to place a Sega CD disc into a regular CD player, you would...
the only places I saw Sega CD growing up was Blockbuster had one, like in the demo kiosk when you went in and like walked around. It was always Echo the Dolphin. And one other kid I knew like had it.
get this
They
message.
used it and they packed it up
Here,
and never
listen.
played it again. They like sat in the same place in the
Warning,
closet for
this
like 10
disc
years.
is for use with a Sega CD system only.
It is kind
This
of cool.
disc contains CD-ROM data and is not for audio use.
This will fucking kill you. Do not use this in a
Please
CD
press
player.
stop on your disc player now.
We will find
This
you.
disc contains CD-ROM data that may damage your audio system.
I think it's
Please
neat.
stop
I like the
playing
like
this
crazy
disc
guitar riff.
immediately.
According to others who've tried this, leaving a Sega CD disc in the CD player would damage the speakers due to the loud, high-pitched guitar riffs that played. Now, I don't understand why Sega inserted those sounds when the woman who spoke sufficed. Warning us with words instead of with nightmare-inducing
People used to
sounds
just say
would have
stuff
been
like
enough
that
to make
because
us
no
eject
one
the
like
CD,
knew how
and it would
anything
also have
worked.
saved us from hearing those eerie sounds.
People being like,
Fearful
"Yo, you're gonna
harmony.
blow out the speakers."
Unlike the sound I just talked about,
Which I
this
guess
next
could
one
happen,
comes from
but
a console, the
know.
PS1. The PS1 startup screen has always given me chills. Hearing that sound after turning on the PS1 wasn't scary, just pretty cool
The PS1 never was really that scary. I don't know. The PS1 just felt like so clean. I don't know.
to hear. However, there is a sound on the PS1 that frightens me to this day, and it can be heard if you inserted a disc that the PS1 cannot read, such as a pirated game or a damaged
Did you
disc.
find that picture?
Upon inserting an unreadable disc, the PS1 would start up as usual, but after a few seconds, you would then hear a loud and startling sound and arrive at a screen similar to the startup screen. Then after waiting for a few seconds, a sound known as Fearful Harmony would begin to play.
Huh?
Here's the sound.
I think I've ever heard this one. Wasn't the whole sound. Yeah, I've never heard of this. I like it though. I don't know. I don't know if I believe this one. Just goes on like that. Glass piano tones.
Now what makes this frightening is the slow increase of the sound as you wait. It's almost as if PlayStation inserted this just to creep us out enough to never buy pirated games. This error message surely spooked me, but it isn't the only one from PlayStation. As you'll see next, there's more sounds from PlayStation consoles that scared kids. Personified fear. Just like the previous sound, this next one can be heard on the PS1. Personified fear, the name of the sound, can occur if you inserted an unreadable disc or if the BIOS of the PS1 is corrupted. Now, unlike Fearful Harmony, Personified Fear stops playing after a few seconds.
Who the fuck named these?
However, that's just enough time to make you feel uneasy. Here, have a listen.
That's just like the normal sound, like glitched out.
The sudden swoosh of this sound and its harshness was just enough to give me goosebumps, but what makes this scarier is the silence that follows. On top of that, you also arrive at a black screen. The darkness coupled with the silence can put you on edge, expecting a jump scare. Thankfully, there was none of that.
Thankfully. It's going to be the
PS2's red screen of
and then the
death.
Xbox one.
By
is
now,
after
you're
this, I
probably
bet.
surprised that most of these sounds come from PlayStation consoles, but I promise you that the last sound on this list will not be coming from a PlayStation, and I also promise you that it's creepier than the ones I've already said. Now, this error message, known as the red screen
I
of
never
death,
really saw
appears on the PS2.
PS1
Just
fuck
like
up
all of
ever,
PlayStation's
honestly.
error messages, the red screen of death comes with an unnerving sound. Listen.
Right? What about it?
You can get this message by inserting an unreadable disc, such as an Xbox or PC game. Seeing the screen turn red as
fucking
dark
everyone's seen
ambient
that.
music played is probably what made this creepy. Now, before I move on to the next sound on this list, I just want to
the
add
PS2
that PlayStation
fucked
has
up
made
all
other
the
creepy
fucking
things like the
time.
commercials, and because of that, it makes me wonder if PlayStation deliberately made these error messages frightening. Who knows?
Or everyone I knew just had like beat the fuck up PS2s.
Xbox. If you've ever owned the first Xbox, then you've most likely heard one of its creepy sounds. Unlike the other consoles on this list, Xbox has a few hidden sounds, all of which are downright creepy. Now, most of these sounds play in the background as you wait on the console's dashboard, but
the
there
original
are some
Xbox
sounds that are
is
well hidden within the
something
system.
else.
These deeply hidden sounds were discovered after someone had extracted the audio files from the Xbox's hard drive. And to no surprise, these sounds are quite unsettling. Here's some of the sounds that were found.
Oh, dude, my modded Xbox was like basically my computer before I built the computer. They just kind of sound like unused samples and stuff. It's like a teenage engineering, like.
According to Microsoft, these sounds are actually public domain audio from NASA transmissions from the Apollo days that they tweaked. In other words, these were NASA transmissions that were modified in such a way that they came out sounding creepy. And the reason for adding these sounds, according to Microsoft, was so that the console would seem like it was made of technology from another world. Their intention to make the Xbox unlike any other console by adding those sounds was a success, but hearing those sounds as a kid didn't make us think Xbox was a
I don't know if that
superior
was
console.
scary.
It just left us feeling uneasy.
I remember if you left it on.
If there's any creepy sounds from consoles I left out,
Unlike that home screen or whatever, it would make that robot sound in the background every now and then. But it wasn't like part of like a longer song or anything like that. In fact, yeah, that was pretty good though. I don't think it's any noise in particular. It's just like text to speech robot noise from early Windows. All that good shit. All right. How about this is the fucking movie I was talking about the other day. There was a found footage movie. It was just like Area 51. And it's pretty funny. There's a couple scenes from it they have here. When they sneak onto the like, where's the tunnel one? It's because we were looking at the Area 51 thing.
How do they fly this? Guys, come check
This is like, you know, Blair Witch, but aliens.
this out. You gotta see this. This is crazy. Holy shit.
They just lifted it right out of like Independence
That's
Day.
definitely not from this planet. That's incredible.
It's not doing anything for me.
This is not military technology.
Yeah, it's not doing
This
it
is
for
something
me.
else. You're not gonna get in here. I think there's an opening up here.
This one is really bad. This is one of the worst found footage movies I've ever seen. Where it's boring sometimes, but also just hilariously bad at others.
Holy shit.
That the fuck?
Holy shit.
The cutting is so fucking lame.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Yelena, it closed.
What do you mean it closed?
I mean, the door, the hatch, it closed. Just, he climbed in and it closed right behind him. I don't know, it's not there anymore.
First like 30 minutes is so bad. It's like them like, let's go, guys. Let's get going. And it's like arguing and
There's like no control.
they finally get there.
I can't believe I'm in an alien spacecraft.
I can't believe I'm in an alien spacecraft.
Try this out. Whoa. Darren. Oh my god, it's completely soundproof. This is amazing.
Yeah, Mono. I think so. Probably a long time ago.
Like a button or
The last time I watched it.
No, it's all smooth. It's nothing. It's nothing. Come on. What the fuck? What is he doing?
Hey, you guys, this is amazing.
Hey guys, look at this. This is a UFO, guys.
Reed.
Darren,
You alright?
Darren, man, you gotta get down here. This is amazing.
No, we gotta go, man.
No, I'm not leaving. Could you guys see me?
No, we can see you.
Dude, the whole thing went transparent. No, man, it was completely soundproof.
Alright, we gotta go. Reed, if that door closes again, we're stuck here. Let's go.
Wouldn't you be afraid of getting like cut in half by the fucking door that shut? So I don't know. I forget why there's no like soldiers in the facility.
my dad always talks about.
I'm just trying to find the actual aliens.
They bring the
I need you out of here.
No, hold on. Stay close to me.
But this is what reminded me of the movie, like the tunnels and shit.
Oh my god. There's fresh blood. Oh fuck. Don't look in the mirror.
Can we get out of this room?
Yeah, I think I need to get out of here.
What's up, Debbie?
Okay. We gotta find another way out. Maybe there's another way out through this room.
What situation too would you like keep up the found footage thing where you're like you have seen aliens?
These are the same pods that were in the spacecraft.
Reed, do you think we should be in here?
Oh my god, there are dozens down here. There could be a whole colony of them.
Alien beds.
One of them's open.
Alien bobs.
We need to get out of here.
They sleep in canoes.
Oh, fuck!
You see it?
Run, go!
It's like look at him. It's so fucking bad. Look at that guy. Hello?
Fuck! Run! Go! Find a place to hide!
Reed!
This looks like someone drew it in Microsoft or like Paint or something and put it in.
Do you hear that? You don't hear that? Reed.
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Why would aliens come here and like live in a cave?
Come on.
Yeah, let's go all the way to Earth and just sleep in a cave. Is that an alien? Did you see it?
Hurry, come on.
There's just an alien next to her. Oh no, they're like suits. There it is. Those were like apparently like suits that the humans have to wear to go talk to the aliens when they come down. I think that was like the implication. Remember, that is the thing. Like, there's a whole theory where like there's the tall grays and the small grays, and the tall grays are actually like robots being operated by the small grays. Like they wear them. True. It's part of the conspiracy.
Whoa, hey, what's chasing me? Put your hands up. Turn around. It's chasing me. It's right behind you. Turn around.
He got him. I like how Area 51 just full of tables and chairs. Kind of banquet hall. Why is the alien a dinosaur? This angle is awful, dude. Aliens were dinosaurs. You're not wrong.
My dad always talks about these art.
This one's the worst, I think. This is like inside the UFO. What a film. What a film. Absolute cinema. I don't know. I think it was just the camera. Could have been him. Could have been. All right. That's the ending, yeah.
Top 10 scary things caught on camera. Aliens. Face your fears. This video was featured on the nightly news in Ecuador. A boy is filming his father with a cell phone, focusing on the tattoo on his back.
What the fuck?
Instead, the boy captures something absolutely bizarre and terrifying.
Film this tattoo on my back. It's the worst footage ever. What the fuck is this?
When viewing the video back, a strange face inexplicably appears in the video footage. Some believe that the boy somehow captured some interdimensional being on camera. Now, whether this footage is real or faked, interdimensional being or not, either way, it's just bizarre. Disappearing Act. This next clip is from the short-lived 1990s television series Paranormal Borderline with Jonathan Frakes.
The whole situation
the
is
host
insane.
claims that this clip was sent to them anonymously and shows late-night footage from a factory security camera.
There are 4 black and white pictures. In the top right quadrant, a worker walks
Straight
right
up
to left
fucking
through a gate.
Actor fiction.
He disappears here in a flash of light.
This is old. This is like a 7-year-old video.
The tape continued to run normally until almost 2 hours later. Then the victim reappears in a second flash of light, now in a fetal position. Then moments later, now crouching, he vomits, and seconds later, staggers right to left, out of frame.
Game Boy Advance video.
The story goes that after this incident, the man was never quite the same. Soon after, he quit his job at the factory and moved out of town. Out of left field. In the Black Forest area of Colorado, it is said that Russell Elliott often witnessed strange lights around his farm. He began to document these strange...
I like how the videos say just like a normal guy's name too, like suggested by Dan Shannon. Now it's like
often witnessed
this video was found by Cum
farm.
Demon number
He began
69.
to document these strange occurrences on video. But one night he catches something a bit more. Now, this is one of those clips that might just be a little too good, if you know what I mean. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Batteries not included. In St. Augustine, Florida, a man repeatedly hears strange noises in his house, so he sets up security cameras to investigate. He catches something absolutely bizarre.
Yeah, this sucks. I don't care.
B. Evidence of alien program.
How is that
tries
aliens?
To catch the creature on camera.
I don't mind an orb video, but not for like 5 fucking minutes. Hell yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Some say that this clip is evidence of alien teleportation, as the creature seems to disappear in a flash of light. But what do you think? Swamp gas. Workers at a gas station in Peru are working late at night when they spot something bizarre.
Swamp gas. This song, whenever I hear it, it reminds me of Dexter. Do you guys hear it?
The workers see a small illuminated figure no more than 3 feet tall. They approach it, but it seems to speed up to avoid them. They say that the thing had several legs, but seemed to float slightly above the ground.
Man, that's crazy. It always had like droning strings like that, where it's like, wah, wah.
Ahí es donde vuela.
Dexter is so hard to watch now. I used to fucking love that show.
Se puede ver clarita sus
Trying to
patitas.
watch it now is actually hard.
The workers say that the bizarre alien, robot, or whatever that is, just seemed to disappear into thin air as mysteriously as it had appeared. The case is currently being investigated by the Peru Association of UFOlogy.
From the beginning, though, there's something like not right about it. Like, just like
Men in Black. Shane Sovar, manager of a Niagara Falls hotel,
was really
reported that he
made for,
spotted a
like,
strange triangular UFO in the sky above the hotel.
edgy.
A few days later, while Shane was out,
surprise,
the hotel
motherfucker.
received 2
That's
strange visitors.
I don't know, maybe you gotta be in the right mood for it.
Approached me, and he kind of had a weird look on his face.
I can't help but think everything that Dexter's doing is like so cringy. Is it because it actually kind of sucks? Maybe. He's just always like, yes, I'll have to do this. Like, he's just like always, there's just something so fucking annoying about him. And like the whole thing with his dad, where it's like, well, son, or his stepdad, where he's like, yeah, we're not going to get you therapy. We're going to get you things to kill. Take care of your dark passenger. Like, it's just so fucking weird. Think about it.
And I said, a couple guys, what do you mean? And he said, there's a couple really strange looking men that were here. And they kind of freaked everybody out, and they were asking questions about you. They were really, really tall. He said, and they were identical height. They were the exact same height. They were wearing the exact same clothes, and they had the exact same faces, like they were twins.
Now, 3 people witnessed the men's arrival and their strange physical appearance. Were these the mysterious men in black who were said to appear after UFO close encounters? Well, no one will ever know, because the only evidence that remains is this creepy CCTV footage. Tree hugger. In this next clip, a man hears what he thinks are strange animal noises outside his house. Despite his wife's protests, he goes to investigate. And spoiler, it's not an animal.
I heard a noise.
So is this an alien, a creature, or just a very skinny guy in a mask? You decide.
What you mean?
Close Encounters. Over on the YouTube channel Operation Z Project CXV, a guy named Ken claims that he captured some otherworldly being.
That is the name of your YouTube channel? I immediately assume that you have schizophrenia. I don't know, dude. We're going into this with that assumption.
A guy named Ken claims that he captured some otherworldly being walking behind him, even though he didn't notice anything at the time. The footage was caught on a motion-activated trail camera. A closer look reveals that there is indeed someone or something walking behind him. But whether it's an alien or
so
not,
geeked out
I'll
that he
leave
saw
that for
a
you
cat
to decide.
outside.
In this next clip, King claims that an alien has cloaked itself in some kind of invisibility field and then peeks out as his cat passes by. King claims his videos are 100% legit proof of alien life. But what do you think?
I think that this guy is smoking.
Thanks for watching. Suggest videos at nukestop5@gmail.com and follow me on Twitter at nukestop5 to see some videos that didn't quite make it to the top 5.
It's just the meth fucking top 10 scary meth videos. To be fair, I'd rather have them talking about aliens than breaking into my house.
Top 5 mysterious creatures caught on camera. Something's in the yard. For several weeks, Maddie and her husband have been hearing strange animal-like hisses and growls from their backyard. Even more bizarre, she says that she and her husband have also experienced some random property vandalism, including several heavy yard ornaments being thrown around or smashed. Their neighbors have had similar creepy experiences. Local police have been called to the neighborhood several times after property has been damaged, including a large bush being ripped from the ground by someone or something. On this particular night, Maddie hears strange animalistic sounds outside her house and decides to grab her video camera to investigate. This is what she found.
Hearing the craziest noises. Listen. I gotta check this out. What the Where the f did it go? What the Oh, man. Hello? Is anyone there?
Just yapping through a paper towel tube.
Oh my god. Thought I heard those noises again.
I heard those noises.
Now, on first viewing, Maddie didn't notice anything out of the ordinary in the video. But after rewatching the footage, she noticed this.
YouTube.
Some strange creature seems to duck behind a tree as Maddie's camera light passes by. So, what do you think this is?
This one's gonna bore me.
Creature in the dark.
This bores me.
On an Iraqi YouTube channel, two urban explorers named Kazim and Munir explore creepy isolated areas that are said to be home to strange creatures, spirits, or animals. I'll leave it to you to decide which particular category this encounter fits into. The Skinwalker Scream.
I used to have this guy named Samir in a class with me.
It would be unfair to credit just a single person. So here are all the very nice people
me
who suggested this video.
if I could get him coke all the
Dylan
time.
Anderson
We were in
was
high
hanging
school.
out in his friend's
I'd be like,
backyard,
no,
which
what?
happens to border the fence
It's
of
like,
an
man,
Iowa
I want to
State
cover my
Animal
car in
Preserve
coke and
that
roll all
includes
over
a
it.
dense forest.
He would just like talk about
Hears
stuff like that. It
strange
was
sounds from the
insane.
darkness and begins to record.
So I'm up at the ridge line right now, about where the fence is at, and so behind this fence over here, there's a wood line. It's about 9:48 in the night. So we just heard it scream a little bit ago. I don't know if you could see past this, but so behind this, where I'm pointing right now, there's a forest back there, and that's a pretty big forest. It's a state park.
Yeah,
So
he'd be like, I just want to cover my car in coke and roll
back
all
here,
over
and
it.
There's this fence right here that protects my friend's yard, where we're at now. And
He was like, I have a white car.
I don't know what you'd call this, but there's a pasture out here with a bunch of trees.
I don't know why I remember that.
You can see that tree or not? Can you see that tree right there? That fern right there? That's a fern, and then there's a bunch of other ferns all around. And then it gets more dense as you go back. But what happens is this creature comes up against these.
I think he just like
this
asked
fence, and
everybody.
he jumps his fence. And it was standing, we think, right in this where I'm standing right now. And my friend's inside right now. But I'm getting this footage. And did you just hear that? That was it.
Oh my god.
So did Dylan catch the howl of a mythical skinwalker? Or some other creature? Is the video a hoax? Or could this just be some other strange animal lurking in the forest? One thing to note is this odd light in the trees that seems to jump to the ground just as the bizarre howl is heard.
And did you hear that?
Some YouTube viewers have suggested that this looks like a strange glowing eye.
Crazy.
But what do you think? Bigfoot. Now, no list of mysterious or strange creatures would be complete.
Hold on, real quick before we go to Bigfoot. We were in North Bend the other day. We saw a herd of elk. So apparently, there's like an elk sanctuary up there. There's like a guy who like herds them. I was looking it up, and this isn't the same one, but. You just like pull up and there's like a huge group like this, just like chilling. Like, sure, I've seen definitely smaller herds, but nothing like this everywhere. There was even more the other day. There's like maybe 80 of them. definitely seen one or two traveling around, but never like fucking gigantic amount like that. I don't know if there's another video of it. Yeah, I guess you can kind of see him. Yeah, they're just like chill on the side of the road over there. So this North Bend is where they made Twin Peaks, by the way. That's why we were there. Yeah, they just fucking hang out. I was like worried they would like do some Lion King shit. Get stomped out like Mufasa. No, they just hung out. This video apparently is going around North Bend. All the things. Cool area. All right. Back to Bigfoot.
About a Bigfoot sighting. This clip comes from Central
Yeah, there's
Oregon,
a lot of buildings from the
where
show.
a group of teenagers say they spotted a
He ate
strange
pie in the
creature
diner.
walking
He's
through a
sick.
field, alternately switching from crawling on all fours to walking on two legs.
I posted pictures of it on my Twitter.
Dude, what is that?
Yeah, I had the cherry pie,
I'm
coffee.
not kidding. That thing's, we've seen it multiple
We went. We saw King Gizzard at the Gorge the night before. We just went.
coming over here.
We woke up the next day. There he is. It's really him.
Oh, it went down again. Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god,
Oh my god, what is that? This one girl in the background's like fucking losing her shit.
Holy what the is that?
Nobody, everybody's inside. Where's
It's behind the bush again.
Behind the ridge.
That's gotta be what that sound is.
what?
I can. My
It's behind the
eyes
bush
saw.
over there.
It was definitely on two legs.
Yes, it was walking.
Yeah, apparently Bigfoot smells like pungent.
Yeah, turn that off.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah, I see it
Where?
right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you're on it right now.
Right there. You see it right there? It's huge. See it over there? Right there. You see it walking? Watch it. Get the flashlight on it.
Everything is fine until the teens try to deliberately provoke the strange creature. It doesn't work out so well.
Hey!
It's like Lord of the Rings music, yeah.
Oh, that's
Uruk-hai are approaching.
Oh, it's a person. They're messing with us. Dude, this isn't a game.
No one's messing.
Flashlight on.
This is gotta be one of the funniest encounters I've ever seen. They're messing with us.
I don't know how many times somebody has said that to me.
This one girl
it's
just like
down again.
completely losing her shit.
Looks like it's coming here. It's never been this close. It's never been this close.
All right, time to go.
At first, the creature charges them, which terrifies the entire group. But after that, it simply continues on
Dude,
its
imagine
way.
getting shot because you were
So is
pretending
this a
to be
mysterious
Bigfoot,
creature?
fuck with people.
Is it Bigfoot
That's how you
caught on
die.
camera? Or just an elaborate hoax?
That'd be sad, or
Make
would
the
that be
call.
kind of sick?
Backyard Goblin.
Surely someone has died that
Sebastian
way
Acosta of Miami, Florida had heard a few strange noises outside of his new house. But he didn't really think much of it, assuming it was most likely some small
clown
animal.
thing.
Shortly after he moved into
Still
the
going
home,
on.
he decided to film a video to
Called
send to his
Juggalos.
parents, showing off his new house. When he reviewed the video, he found that he had caught something that he never expected.
What is the music?
According
Oh
to
my
Central and
God.
South American legend, this creature would be called a duende,
There it
which
is.
basically translates to a goblin or a troll. Sebastian Acosta's story actually became so popular that it made its way onto Telemundo News. But what do you think? Is this some strange creature caught on camera? Is it fake? Or is it simply a very bizarre looking animal
Looks like a
running
napkin.
along the tree branch? So, most of the videos in this week's top 5 were actually sent in to me by viewers. And if you want to submit or suggest any videos for the top 5, you can do that at facebook.com/nukestop5. Just click on the send message button and link the video.
Well, I do have a character named Juggalo
Unfortunately,
Jeff.
I don't get to see every single message, but if
Hasn't
you attach
revealed
a
himself
scary
entirely
video
to you
or
guys
link,
yet, but
it will definitely be passed along to me.
it's out there. Okay, that reminds me of the Dexter song. I'm gonna play this fucking dumb song for you now. One, one. Oh no, there's like 80 different songs.
Miami is a great town.
Shut up. I'm gonna find a song.
I'm a very neat monster.
Why is he talking in the OST? Why would that doesn't make any sense? One, maybe I'm just imagining it now. Yeah, there's a lot of like salsa stuff in the soundtrack. It was in Miami. It's actually like one of the neat aspects of the show until it like completely lost its shit. All right, I'm not looking for this song. There's like too many songs. Um, here we go. More creatures.
Called on the Wessex Way Monster. The Wessex Way Monster has become a local legend in some parts of England.
Oh, we're getting
One dark night late in 2007, a closed-circuit traffic camera caught a very strange and unexplainable creature crossing the road.
It's a deer.
Since this video, there have been multiple reports of the strange Wessex Way Monster. As you can see in the video, the so-called Wessex Way Monster displays characteristics that are both animal and human.
I think it just looks like that because it's a shitty
but has
camera.
notably longer back legs than front legs, which seem to bend at the knee like a human being's.
I don't know.
So
man.
what do you think? Is this some strange creature or just an elaborate hoax? Let me know in the comments. Our way home. Basically, duendes are considered to be little annoying creepers. This next video supposedly shows two children playing with a video camera and encountering a duende in their home.
Ay, Chris.
It's always a video like this.
Me estás retando. Sí, pues tú también. Fíjate, el baloncesto cómo se mueve.
Vámonos, children, vámonos.
Te toca. Ya, para que veas como un experto lo hace bien. Ay, ¿qué es eso? ¡Ay, qué es eso! ¡Ay, qué es eso! ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¿Qué fue? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? ¡Un maldito! No, no.
The Montauk Monsters. There's a strange phenomenon that takes place in Montauk, New York,
Just
a beach
cold
area
cuts
that
the
is
next
located
thing.
on the eastern end of Long Island. Basically, strange creatures seem to occasionally just wash up on the Montauk shore. The phenomenon has become so common that the
This
creatures
was actually a
have been dubbed
dinosaur.
the Montauk Monsters. Conspiracy theorists have speculated that these strange creatures are actually escaped experiments from nearby Plum Island. Plum Island.
So Plum Island is interesting because it's definitely not true, but there was like a rumor where that they're like, this is where they genetically engineered Lyme disease to be even more like creepy and volatile. It's not. Like I've worked with people when I was in the biotech industry that like did work at Plum Island. It's an animal research facility. There is like a weird map. You look at the like prevalence of Lyme disease in our country. It's like mostly New England with bands and other places, but it's like cases are like I don't know, just kind of crazy. Plum Island is right here. And there's just like as it radiates out, there's really not as much. So there's like a dumb conspiracy that we made Lyme disease worse at
Island
Plum
is home
Island.
to the Plum Island Animal Disease Center, a laboratory that is run by Homeland Security and by all accounts was initially set up as a test center for U.S. biological weapons and for genetic testing on animals.
His name was Eric Traub. We can find him in the depths of the National Archives and Record Administration where I found him, and he ran his own bio-warfare island in the Baltic. We brought him here after World War II, and his idea was, let's build a germ warfare island so that we can wage war in against farm animals, essentially.
But the story becomes even more bizarre, because for some strange reason, all of the so-called Montauk monsters always seem to disappear before any scientific agency is able to perform testing on them to determine exactly what they are. On the website montaukmonster.com, a site devoted to chronicling these strange creatures, a user named Matt from Weathersfield, Connecticut reports seeing men in, quote, unusual uniforms showing up to collect one of the strange animal carcasses.
I don't think that's... I think
So are
that
these
they
so-called
just get
Montauk
eaten by other
monsters
animals.
actually strange genetic mutants washed ashore from the Plum Island Research
dead
Facility? Or are they just random
Things that
dead
end up in the
animals
water.
floating in the
They
surf?
wash ashore and then
Let me
they
know
get
what you
killed
think
by...
in the comments.
They get eaten by carrion and stuff like that. Crabs.
The albino Bigfoot.
Well, guys.
So what would the top list of mysterious creatures be without at least one Bigfoot sighting caught on tape? Well, no worries. I've got you covered with a pretty good one.
Possibly.
The albino Bigfoot of
RFK
Carbondale,
Jr.,
Pennsylvania. Residents of Carbondale, Pennsylvania had reported hearing strange sounds and disturbances from the woods for several weeks. One night, a Carbondale resident began hearing loud, unidentifiable sounds coming from the wooded area surrounding his home. Determined to find the source of the sounds, he grabbed his video camera and headed into the woods to investigate.
Yeah, I thought the Amelia Earhart thing got debunked. The coconut crabs. Oh my god.
Now, when I first saw this footage, my immediate reaction
Look
was,
at him.
okay, that's a guy in some kind of Yeti or monkey mask. But when the footage is examined frame by frame, we can see what looks like the creature actually blinking when the flashlight hits its eyes. YouTube user Thinker Thunker has analyzed the footage and actually believes that not only can the creature be seen to blink, but the mouth can be seen to move as the creature reacts to
Yes,
being
I have
spotted.
analyzed the footage.
So what do you think? Does the face look real, or is it just someone in a mask? The England Tree Fairy. So far in this video, we've covered goblins, monsters, and even Bigfoot. So now we're going to take a look at what might be the strangest
Is this
of
gonna be
all
the old
strange
guy?
videos. A supposed real fairy
Old
caught
guy
on
from
video
England who
in
finds
England.
fairies. I hope it is.
In this video, a man is filming his kids playing in the backyard when he sees what he believes to be a strange insect in a nearby tree. He
Oh,
moves
no,
in for a
no.
closer look and is shocked by what he finds.
There's a
They all
few,
fallen.
there's some there, and but most of them are on the floor and have got massive holes in them. What's that? Yeah. What's what? Yeah, look. Right up there. Insect or something.
Is that an insect? Let's have a look.
What is it? I don't know.
Don't know.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Yo, imagine if he just like killed it. It was like, help me.
As you can see when the video is slowed down, whatever this
And then
flying
just, like,
creature
died.
is, it appears to have
fucked
legs and a somewhat humanoid form. So is this some strange insect? Is it a fairy? Or is it just an elaborate hoax? Let me know what you think in the comments.
Hmm? You gotta check out this guy. We haven't watched him in a minute. But this guy's the best.
So it's a new day today, and it's actually starting late because this morning it was raining, so I nearly didn't actually come out. But then I remembered I had to pick up the night vision camera. Anyway, and luckily on the way it cleared up, so it's actually been quite sunny for the last. It's gone in now, but it's been sunny for the last half an hour or so. So that's quite good, because after the rains, they tend to come out because they'll be collecting water and doing things like that.
Yeah, he does kind
so it's quite fortunate, really, that rain did occur. I looked at some of the footage that I shot yesterday, and I noticed that first of all, the microphone level was too high, and so that wasn't great. But we're getting used to this. Hopefully today will be better. I've lowered the levels a bit, and that's hopefully that'll make a bit of a difference. Also, apologies. I noticed on a few of the shots my shirt was riding up, and you could see my fat belly, and that's slightly embarrassing. But I'll put a t-shirt on today, so
yeah, I feel that, man.
Hopefully that'll prevent any unwanted revelations like that. So I'm going to find a new spot today to sit. Yesterday wasn't at all successful, and I just think they're not in this area, so I'll try and find somewhere else to go. So that's the plan. Yeah. Okay.
No, this is a character, by the way. This is not
this
a
is
real
good
person.
Spot. We're further down. It's a little bit damper, unfortunately. I'm getting a bit of a wet bottom, but it's worth it because this is a good, comfortable. Apart from that, comfortable place to sit, and you can be seen all around. So I can see sort of get a good view, but they can spot me. And if I stay here rather calmly for a while, I'm hoping that they'll come along and see what I'm up to. They like these covered areas because they can't be seen by any buzzards and things flying around. And this is an area which I've seen them before, so albeit probably about 8 years ago. But that's a good thing because, as I say, they're nomadic. So the last time I visited this woods was about a year ago, and they were. I've already checked that area, and they're not there. So it's a couple of hours now I've been here. That's quite usual. I mean, I'm not discouraged by the fact this is taking a long time. I'm just slightly feel a bit more under pressure than usual because I'm filming it, but it always takes a while. Now the Morsu know who I am, so they're not going to be freaked out when they see me. And what I've been doing is trying to make a noise which I've done previously, and it's this. That's what I'm doing, is I'm hitting my tongue against the bottom of my mouth and making that sound, and I think it sounds a little bit like a drum beat, but it's really just for them to it's just a curious sound. It doesn't travel very well.
Yeah, that's a sick sound.
But if they're nearby, it might be enough to I'm just keeping my eyes peeled on the perimeter up there, and there's also some rocks down there. So
watching some videos about fairies.
I just saw one just down there. It's very tempting to follow him, but that wouldn't do any good because he's a scout, and he wouldn't lead me back to camp. If I chased him, he'd just disappear down a crack and I wouldn't see him for the rest of the day. And he'd alert everybody else to stay underground. So, but he was just down. It's going to take me a moment just to focus in. He went down there. Just better keep quiet actually, because if he does come back again, I'm just going to hold the camera like this, and then if he does come back, I'll try and get a shot. Right. Just keep watching up behind me on that ledge.
Just keep watching it.
Just focus it. I think I've got the right spot. Hold on. Yeah. Oh. He was just there. Ah, you see? That was a quick glimpse there. No. Okay. He's not there. Oh, sorry about that. He was doing. Oh, there he is. Okay, let's. There.
You see it? It's real.
Ah, well, at least we've got a shot of one. Let me just keep it up there. I was a bit loud there when I was talking. So it's raining. That's slightly irritating. That means they probably won't be coming out again today if this carries on. The sun's coming out over there. I've been here about half an hour. The rain's not as bad as it was, so it might clear up, but it still means that they might have headed back to their holes. So I'm not sure if we'll see anything else today, but if not, I have a plan that I'll implement just before I head off. But I might have to cut it short today, so at least we saw something. This little track up here is definitely used as a route for them, a little pathway up to the level above. And also you can see in there, it's steeper probably than it seems. If I can just get up here, you can see, well, there's a little.
Yeah, they kind of look like Smeagol.
Right there. Some of these, which little stick like that, and then.
So that was like the first one. Video has 5 million views on it. Isn't that crazy? But this is another really cool one.
Just going to check, just see if there are any bones down there. Apologise for my ridiculous helmet arrangement. My belt, this is my trouser belt, so...
That stinging nettle's really hurting my finger from earlier.
Yeah, I got stung. Being up and down the cave, doesn't seem to be any signs of life, which is a good thing, but unfortunately we didn't...
Looking for fairies in the cave.
Bones either. But still, at least you've braved the...
Where's the water seeping through from?
That's just from above, really. See my silhouette?
Oh, yeah. Spooky.
But he's not around at this entrance today, so it seems. So, and no signs of any bones. So I'm not quite sure what that does say about my theory, but
if he's more like reptilian.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, but it still doesn't really. Finding nothing is no proof of anything, is it? So, but I don't really want to go down past that bit where I saw him before. So,
Ah. There's a bat in here.
What? Where?
It's flying around.
It's a fairy.
Oh. So there are bats. Oh. Wow.
Is he gone?
He went out, I think.
Should we go down to the end again?
Yeah, okay. Do you want me to try go first?
Yeah. Let me put the tripod down. Are you scared of bats?
I didn't fall down a well of bats or anything.
Hmm?
It's Batman, don't worry.
Batman?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about. I know Batman, but... I'm going to come down... Actually, I can leave that there.
Are we still looking for bones? Because I can't see any. If they're here, they're the same colour as everything else.
He's probably got lots of different entrances, so... Have you got your camera going?
Yeah, it's going now.
Okay.
Okay, Owen. Owen.
Oh, okay.
Run.
I can't go. I'm burning my hand.
It was real.
At least we're...
Fucking cave worm. The guy's channel is awesome. It's here, let me link it. Erwin Sanders. I think they're gonna make a TV show out of his stuff at some point. All right. How about? Who knows if it's still happening or not? Not really sure. How about?
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious clips that can't quite be explained. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. For decades, space enthusiasts have been captivated by images of Mars sent back to Earth by NASA's various missions. A key region of interest is Cydonia, which has been a hotbed for speculation and conspiracy theories. At the center of these theories is the face on Mars, which some believe hints at an ancient alien civilization. Cydonia is a region on Mars located in the planet's northern hemisphere. It was first imaged by NASA's Viking 1 and 2 orbiters in the late 1970s. This area comprises a mixture of flat plains, mountains, and unique landforms that have sparked curiosity and debate among scientists and the general public alike. The most famous feature in this region is a landform that resembles a humanoid face, now commonly referred to as the face on Mars. The face is a 1.5 kilometer or 0.93 mile long landform that, from certain angles, appears to resemble a human face. The initial images captured by the Viking orbiters showed a face-like structure with discernible eyes, a nose, and a mouth. This striking resemblance
Wasn't there a movie
face led to a flurry
in the
of
90s
speculation and
where like we
theories
went to
about its
Mars and went
origins
into
and
the
purpose.
face? There's
The
like
resemblance
aliens
of
in
the
the
face on
face.
Mars to a human face has fueled theories that it represents an ancient Martian civilization or is part of a ruined city. Proponents of these ideas argue that the face-like structure is evidence of an intelligent extraterrestrial presence on the red planet. They believe that the face may have been a monument,
I forgot that
temple,
Ham just
or
uses
even
a bunch of
warning
shitty
sign
AI
to other
pictures.
civilizations in the cosmos.
Yeah, what the fuck movie
While
was
the
that?
theories of an ancient alien civilization are captivating, they're not universally accepted. Skeptics and many scientists argue that the face on Mars is simply a natural formation, created by the interplay of erosion, shadows,
Yeah, it
and the
could've
human
been
brain's
Gary.
tendency to recognize familiar patterns, a phenomenon known as pareidolia. Since the initial Viking images, more recent missions, such as the Mars Global Surveyor and Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, have provided higher resolution images that show the face-like features to be less distinct and more akin to natural geological formations. In addition to the face on Mars, the Cydonia region has also garnered attention for its mysterious pyramid-like structures.
People think that
These
everything is a
formations,
pyramid
located
now.
near the
I
face-like
swear to God.
landform, have added fuel to the theories
Remember we were
of an
watching
ancient civilization
what's
on
his
the
name,
red
Mini
planet.
Minuteman the other day. He
Several
was like
pyramid-like
debating that guy who
structures
said
have
the
been
Grand
identified
Canyon was a
within the Cydonia
pyramid.
region not far from the face on Mars. These
All the
formations
mountains on Earth are
characterized by their
actually
relatively
leftover
symmetric
buildings from
geometric
ancient humans.
shapes and
It's
have been
like, no.
compared to the pyramids found on Earth, such as those in Egypt and Mesoamerica. The most famous of these Martian pyramids is the so-called DNM Pyramid, a five-sided
Was it just
structure
Mission to
named after
Mars?
its discoverers, Vincent de Pietro and Gregory Molinar. The presence of pyramid-like structures in close proximity to the face on Mars has further fueled theories of an ancient civilization on Mars. Proponents of this idea argue that these formations are remnants of an advanced society that once inhabited the Cydonia region. They suggest that the Martian pyramids may have served as tombs, temples, or even energy generation systems similar to the
you
alleged
fucking just
purposes of Earth's
and
pyramids.
way too into Warhammer
Some
40k.
theorists also draw parallels
No,
between the
that's just
alignment
not
and the
happening.
layout of the Martian pyramids and the face on Mars, suggesting that they may have been part of a grand interconnected city or complex. This idea is supported by the fact that many ancient Earth civilizations, such as the Egyptians and Mayans, built monumental structures like pyramids and temples to showcase their power and knowledge. As with the face on Mars, skeptics argue that the Martian pyramids are likely natural geological formations. They contend that the pyramid-like shapes could be the result of erosion, volcanic activity, or other geological processes that have shaped the Martian landscape over millions of years. Additionally, the human brain's pareidolia phenomenon, which leads us to see familiar patterns in random shapes, may be at play when interpreting these structures as artificial. Interestingly, on the 7th of May 2015, another mysterious pyramid shape was discovered on the surface of Mars. It was captured by the Mars Curiosity rover and was uploaded to the raw feed on NASA's website. In the image, you can see the distinct pointed tip of a pyramid. It stands out in contrast to the other rocks in the outcrop. Some have speculated that it's the tip of a massive buried structure. However, without the ability to investigate further, most internet pundits are lost in mere conjecture and speculation. NASA's Curiosity rover has recently captured a fascinating image on Mars that's taken the internet by storm. The photograph, taken on May 7, 2022 in the Mount Sharp region, appears to show an alien doorway that has led to a multitude of theories regarding its origin and purpose. On Sol 3466, which are Mars days, the mast camera on board NASA's Mars Curiosity rover captured a unique rock formation that resembled a doorway. The image quickly went viral on social media, with many users claiming that the formation looked artificial. The apparent alien doorway has given rise to a plethora of theories, with some suggesting that it could be an entrance to a vast underground city on Mars. This hypothetical city could either be currently inhabited by an alien
This one
civilization
place
or have
could
been
lead to a
abandoned for
huge
millennia.
city.
This theory has captivated the imagination of many, as it implies the existence of advanced extraterrestrial life forms on the red planet, and even opens up the possibility of discovering long-lost technology or knowledge. While the underground city theory is undeniably intriguing, experts and skeptics argue that the alien doorway is most likely a natural geological formation. As mentioned earlier, the peculiar rock formation is thought to be a shear fracture resulting from strain on the rock, possibly aided by Mars quakes. Similar formations have been observed on Earth, where tectonic forces and erosion create unusual shapes in the landscape. In 2014, a strange phenomenon captured the attention of space enthusiasts around the world. YouTuber Paranormal Crucible discovered a series of images sent back by NASA's Curiosity rover on Mars.
He discovered
that,
them?
when viewed in sequence, reveal an unidentified white light hovering near the planet's surface. The mystery surrounding this orb of light has sparked debates and theories about its true nature. One explanation for the puzzling orb of light is that it could simply be a dead pixel found in the original images. Dead pixels are common occurrences in digital imaging, resulting from minor defects in the image sensors of cameras. This theory suggests that the light's not a physical object on Mars, but rather an artifact of the imaging process. However, some viewers have argued that the orb's movements in the images indicate that it couldn't possibly be a dead pixel. They contend that the light's rapid and seemingly purposeful motion suggests that it might be something more interesting, such as a glimpse of alien technology. This theory has captured the imagination of many who hope for evidence of extraterrestrial life.
Many.
A recent image sent back to Earth by one of NASA's Mars rovers has left internet users puzzled and intrigued. Amidst the rocky landscape of the Red Planet, an unusual rock formation resembling a carved statue with facial features has been spotted. Strangely, the statue appears to resemble former US President Barack Obama.
No, it doesn't. Ow.
Could this bizarre finding lend credibility to the extraordinary claims made by 2016 presidential candidate Andrew D. Basiago regarding time travel, extraterrestrial encounters, and secret Mars missions with Obama? Andrew Basiago has claimed that he was part of a top-secret US program called Project Pegasus, which involved time travel and space exploration. According to Basiago, he traveled to numerous locations, including Mars, where he observed and communicated with extraterrestrials. Basiago asserts that he was often accompanied by Barack Obama, who was also allegedly involved in the covert operation. During his supposed Mars missions, Basiago claims to have discovered evidence of life on the planet, including water and actual extraterrestrial beings. In one particularly dramatic account, Basiago and 3 other members of Project Pegasus were allegedly attacked by pterodactyl-like creatures on Mars, but they managed to escape unharmed. The discovery of the Obama-resembling rock formation on Mars has sparked speculation that it could somehow validate Basiago's claims. If true, this would mean that there have been secret missions to Mars involving time travel, extraterrestrial communication, and even high-profile individuals like Obama. While the strange rock formation on Mars bears a striking resemblance to former President
all the way
Barack
back
Obama,
to the statue
it's
now.
essential to approach Basiago's claims with skepticism. Without concrete evidence to support his extraordinary accounts of time travel, alien encounters, and secret missions, these stories remain in the realm of wild speculation.
And L. Ron Hubbard.
A peculiar formation on Mars, known as the Star City, has captured the attention of researchers and space enthusiasts alike. Located in the Syrtis Major Planum region, this complex structure exhibits patterns, geometric objects, and other oddities reminiscent of tubes and tunnels. But is this mysterious formation a product of artificial construction or a natural phenomenon? Some researchers argue that the walls of Star City appear to be artificially constructed, fueling theories of extraterrestrial involvement or remnants of an ancient civilization. However, it's important to note that appearances can be deceiving, and just because a feature looks artificial doesn't necessarily mean that it is. Our knowledge of Mars's climate, geology, and processes is still in its infancy.
Looks like a guy slam
The debate
dunking.
over whether
You
Mars
see it?
ever had flowing water, or perhaps still does, continues to be a subject of discussion. Mean that it is. The debate over whether Mars ever had climate, geology, and processes.
You guys see it? The guy slam dunking. He's like, those are his legs. It's his head. And he's slam dunking the ball. Makes sense. It's an ancient megalith.
Is still in its infancy. The debate over whether Mars ever had flowing water, or perhaps still does, continues to be a subject of discussion among scientists. This limited understanding of the red planet's geological processes makes it challenging to definitively determine the origins of enigmatic formations like Star City. While the Star City formation on Mars has piqued the curiosity of researchers and space enthusiasts, its true nature remains uncertain. Whether it's an artificially constructed structure or a natural geological phenomenon, the discovery highlights the many mysteries that Mars continues to offer. As we expand our understanding of the Martian landscape, future research may provide more conclusive answers about the origins of Star City and other perplexing features on the red planet. As NASA's Perseverance rover continues its exploration of the Martian landscape, it's captured yet another fascinating image. Taken on June 12, 2022 by the rover's right Mastcam Z camera, this photo showcases a rock balancing precariously on another.
What?
There's also a snakehead formation to the right,
A snakehead?
in an area nicknamed Hogwallow Flats by NASA's engineers. These captivating geological features raise questions
looks like
about
the
the
snake's about to
processes
come
that shape them
alive.
and the history of
Slither
the
around.
planet. The seemingly precarious balancing act and the snakehead formation are likely the result of weathering and wind erosion, two geological processes that significantly impact the Martian surface. Over time, these forces have carved out unique rock formations, creating captivating shapes, as captured in the Perseverance rover's images. The area known as Hogwallow Flats is just one of the many locations on Mars that exhibit intriguing geological features. As the Perseverance rover continues to study the Martian terrain, scientists hope to gain a deeper understanding of the planet's geological history and the forces that have shaped its landscape. These findings will be crucial in determining the potential habitability of Mars and the possibility of past or present life.
Imagine going to Mars and you are walking around, that rock falls on you.
Among the countless craters scattered across the Martian landscape, one in particular has captured the attention of space enthusiasts and scientists alike. Captured by the Mars Global Surveyor, this intriguing photo features an ordinary-looking crater with an extraordinary interior, a near-perfect spherical structure with a golf ball-like texture. The off-center dome within the crater has sparked curiosity and speculation regarding its origins and composition. Its distinctive golf ball-like texture and seemingly perfect spherical shape raise questions about the geological processes responsible for its formation. Some observers have even likened the structure to the iconic geodesic constructions pioneered by architect Buckminster Fuller. As we continue to study and explore the surface of Mars, discoveries like this peculiar crater and its mysterious dome-like structure deepen our understanding of the red planet's geological history. These findings also highlight the diverse and often surprising features that make Mars a fascinating destination for both scientific inquiry and potential future human missions. A bizarre object captured on the surface of Mars by the Curiosity rover has left scientists and space enthusiasts puzzled. The image, taken on January 30th, 2013, features a shiny protuberance, approximately 0.05 centimeters tall, protruding from a rock. The object's metallic appearance has fueled speculation about its origins and composition. Two main possibilities have emerged to explain this mysterious object. One, it's a naturally formed nugget of metal. It is feasible that metals formed on Mars in a similar manner to those on Earth. The rock, worn away by wind and sandstorms, may have exposed a more durable vein of metal. Number two, an artificial manufactured object. Another possibility is that the metallic protuberance is an ancient manufactured artifact of unknown origin and purpose. It could have become embedded in the strata of Martian soil, which turned to rock, and was eventually revealed again through natural forces of wind and erosion. The mysterious metallic object photographed by the Curiosity rover on Mars continues to baffle scientists and spark debates about its true origin. Whether it's a natural formation or an ancient artifact, its discovery highlights the many mysteries still waiting to be uncovered on the Red Planet. Before we take a look at what many are calling a bronze statue discovered on the surface of Mars, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be notified every time we drop our scary and creepy videos. NASA's Mars exploration rover Spirit captured a westward view from atop a low plateau during the final months of 2007, which has since ignited discussions and debates among social media users and space enthusiasts. The image shows a tiny structure on the Martian surface that some claim resembles a human figure, suggesting possible evidence of life on Mars. The peculiar object in question has been likened to a female figure, or even a bronze statue of one.
No way.
It's easy to see the resemblance, as the figure appears to have a head and arms and looks like it's kneeling. This discovery has fueled speculation among those searching for signs of life on the Red Planet. While the intriguing image has captured the imagination of many, some believe it's nothing more than a peculiar rock formation formed over time in the harsh elements on the surface of Mars. So what do you think? Have you ever seen this image or any of the others we've shown today in this video? If you have, we'd love to hear about it in the comments down below.
What do you guys think?
Now, if you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, then don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out that creepy video on the top there.
I don't know.
Otherwise, we have an enormous paranormal playlist there that'll keep you...
I don't know.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Now today we've got something a little bit special for you. It's some bonus content for the week. It's a massive compilation of some
massive
no trace at all. Interestingly, 10 years prior, in March 2012,
yeah, watch that one. We ain't gonna watch that one. Mm. Here we go. Damn it. God damn it. We could. Check this out. I think that'd be good. I got a good one.
On June 29, 1988, Chris Davis got off late from work. He described this tall, dark figure running towards him.
He said this creature jumped on the top of the roof of his car and hung on to the roof of the car.
Whatever it was kept up with him. It grasped for the door, it grasped for the top of the hood, it literally jumped on the car. Between its teeth and its claws, it does have the ability to tear metal. Lizard Man has attacked humans in at least a dozen cases.
He was absolutely frightened to death.
Not lizard men, lizard man.
Refuses to recognize. But new technology makes us question what is real. If our eyes see it,
Back away from the girl.
if our cameras capture it, does it exist? Enter a realm where fact meets fiction, science meets legend, where nightmares come to life. Do you believe? Lost Tapes. Lizard Man.
911, what is your emergency?
Hi, I think someone's trying to break in my yard. My dog is barking. Can you just send someone over here, please?
Ma'am, can you give me any kind of description, male or
I
female?
can't see it. Wait, it's in my yard. It's coming towards my dog. I don't...
Can you give me your address? Your address.
142. Hurting my dog. Please just send someone. 142 state. 142 state. Just hurry. Oh my God! Help! Just send! Oh God! Oh God, my dog!
Now, by special arrangement, the fire department is allowing us to accompany them into the sewer to catch this dramatic rescue story on tape.
In 2008, news reporter Chrissy Cooper and her cameraman Derek Green were covering what appeared to be a simple human interest story for the local network affiliate.
Tell me how your cat managed to wander off into the storm drain.
No, he didn't wander. He got pulled down by someone or something.
After several failed attempts by animal control to rescue the pet, firefighters Trevor Andrews and Dana Caldwell were dispatched to assist.
You've got to go down as soon as you can
Okay, ma'am.
and capture him.
We'll get your cat.
He needs
What's
to
your
be
cat's name?
Mr. Smithers.
Mr. Smithers.
And
We'll get him
Mr.
out.
Smithers.
This seemingly minor incident brought this small group of people together for what would become a terrifying encounter in the dark tunnels.
I'm sorry, you named your
of the
cat
city.
Mr. Smithers?
These are their tapes.
Okay, so we are here in the sewer looking for Mr. Smithers the cat. By the smell of it, I will tell you it is actually a legitimate and sincere sewer.
Well, it shouldn't have gone too far. You all right there?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
All right. All right. Cool.
Trevor, this is disgusting. Yeah, well. You guys all right?
We're good.
Yeah.
You good?
What is it? It's nothing.
Oh, look at this.
Oh my
the
God.
hell is that?
Looks like we found Mr. Smithers.
Oh, who did that?
I've heard that there's actually some alligators down here, so.
It's an urban myth.
There are no alligators down here. This is just sick people with nothing better to do with their time.
Your story's over. Can we get out of here?
It's so sad.
Let's go. Let's get. Sit back.
Yeah,
it's nasty.
Wait, did you do that?
Yeah, I did. It's a cat. Looks like he's found himself another life. We can go ahead if you want.
Actually, why don't
No,
you head
we've
back?
we've come this far, you know? We're gonna finish the job. Yeah.
Watch your step.
Well, lizards are reptiles. Obviously, they're cold-blooded. Many of the lizards of the southwestern deserts in the U.S. are predators. They prey on small insects. Some lizards will eat small mice. Of course, big lizards eat large animals. They eat wild pigs. They eat pretty much anything they can get their jaws around.
The most prominent encounter happened in 1988, And so in the local newspaper, they actually showed this drawing of what the lizard man looked like. They had a lot of encounters, and the most prominent one
Mr.
really was by a
Smithers.
guy named Chris Davis.
Chris Davis heard and saw this thing coming toward him, but mainly because the pounding of the ground and just the speed with which it approached him.
He was absolutely frightened to death, of course, and yet talked about it later. He immediately went to the sheriff's department.
Lizard man has attacked humans in at least a dozen cases.
I like how they just keep saying Lizard Man like he's a fucking Spider-Man
They
character.
had to draw a picture of what it was they
Lizard
saw.
Man
It
has
did
been
not
attacking
match
humans for years. Like,
what
it's not a
17-year-old
race
Chris
of
Davis described
creature,
the group
just
that
one
they were
guy.
arrested for interfering with an investigation.
So as you can see, we are still in the sewer with the local fire department attempting to rescue the cat, Mr. Smithers. In our search, we have come
would just
across a
never
number
happen.
of dead carcasses of other animals. Stay tuned for this now very interesting story.
Why would they be in a sewer
You guys
news
keep up,
channel?
or
Doesn't make
you
any
want to head
sense.
back up? Because really, we need to get moving.
Oh, great, we're ready, thanks.
You sure?
Yep.
Let's go.
Come on, Trevor. Let's go.
I don't know.
You're a cat, right? You're hearing that.
What is that?
There it is. I've had enough of this.
Wait. Damn!
You stay with them. I'll be right back.
Oh, she's dead.
Damn cat. Here, kitty, Mr.
Mr. Smithers?
Cat. Cat? Was that you?
Cat.
Here, kitty here. Oh, man.
Oh, severe. I don't know if I said that right. Thank you for the sub, dude.
614, be advised, I believe Mr. Smithers just met his maker. I'm gonna go investigate.
Copy that. Proceed with caution.
Here, cat. Come on, Mr. Smithers.
She didn't even try.
Here, kitty.
What do you think? Think he's gonna survive?
to base. We need an ambulance at the Anderson Street manhole. Do you copy? 614 to base.
Maybe you shouldn't have just stood there while this lady walked away.
Please listen to me. I need you both back up top right now. There's no more cat chase here, okay?
Okay.
Sure. Come on. Lena! Lena!
Dana!
These creatures that look like humanoid reptilians. They're usually between 6 feet, 7 feet tall, and people describe them as scaly or greenish and running upright usually, and having much more of a alligator or a kind of lizard-like skin.
There's nothing in nature that comes to mind that's anything like that.
But the interesting thing is that when you look at human disease, there's a disease called ichthyosis. And so people who have this condition can get big patches of scaly skin.
Sometimes there are reports of glowing red eyes, that it has this prominent attitude with regard to people where it does attack. It does really encounter them in an aggressive way. Then gets the fear factor
I want to look
going
at some
in
fucked
people.
up skin.
He literally bit. And you can feel it underneath where he's bit, right straight through here.
Just who or what is capable of this type of damage has opened up renewed debate in the area.
They say it's the lizard man.
Whatever is responsible.
I believe that she
this
crashed her
family isn't
car and
taking
did this
any
to cover it
chances.
up.
They, really want to get their guns out. They want to have safaris. They want to have the sheriff go out there and shoot it.
There's one in the chamber. It's .40 caliber.
Aren't you guys?
Hi, Chrissy Cooper. We are still coming to you from underneath the sewer in what was an attempt to rescue a cat. However, one of the firefighters that we were trailing seems to have gone down from what or who we don't yet know, but stay tuned and we'll bring you this story. Thanks so much. Come on.
For decades, stories of alligators and other vicious reptiles living in the sewers beneath America's cities have been a source of ongoing controversy. But is there a shred of truth to these urban legends? The revelation when Lost Tapes continues. Florida, 2001. A sewer maintenance company received this footage of a large, angry alligator being rescued from city pipes. Though many stories of these large reptiles inhabiting urban sewer systems do turn out to be myths or hoaxes, states such as Florida have legitimately reported the creatures finding their way into storm sewers.
I mean, Florida, yeah.
While foraging for food and a warm, moist place to stay.
Let me see your eyes.
We need to get out of here.
I'm gonna get you up. You ready?
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. Where's the others?
I told them to go back up the top.
Yeah, she's gonna get infected by them. Lizard.
I'm done.
Derek.
Trevor!
Right.
About time.
The world's largest lizard is the Komodo dragon, which can reach lengths of 10 feet and lives on a few scattered islands in Indonesia. Komodo dragons are big, fast, powerful ruthless predators. And if you're attacked by a pack of Komodo dragons, you're in very bad trouble.
That animal is large enough to feed on mammals, on things like deer or goats or even water buffalo or, from time to time, unlucky humans.
We're not gonna leave him down here, okay?
We gotta get out of here.
Chrissy! Chrissy! Come on, run, go!
Come on, Trevor.
We should go to the right. Go to the right. This way.
What?
We got an ad real quick. Let's pause it. Just so you can see the end. Be right back. Let's give it a second.
This is JeffTV. Introducing today's contestant, a director of semantic technology from Charlottesville, Virginia, Jeff. An IT manager from Sharon, Massachusetts, Jeff. And our returning champion, a bakery owner from Knoxville, Tennessee, Jeff, whose one-day cash winnings total $8,100.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. Good champion in Jeff. And Jeff. Happy to welcome you to our program as well. Here are the categories. First off, Jeff, and Jeff.
Let's try Jeff for 200.
Jeff.
What is Jeff?
Yes.
Jeff for 400.
Jeff.
What is Jeff?
That's right.
Jeff for 600.
Jeff.
What is San Francisco?
No, Jeff.
What is Jeff?
Right again.
Jeff for 1,000.
Jeff.
Here at Rockwell Automation's world headquarters, research has been proceeding to develop a line of automation products that establishes new standards for quality, technological leadership, and operating excellence. With customer success as our primary focus, work has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an instrument that would not only provide inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal gram meters. Such an instrument, comprised of Dodge gears and bearings, Reliant electric motors, Allen Bradley controls, and all monitored by Rockwell software, is Rockwell Automation's Retro-Encabulator. Now basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it's produced by the modial interaction of magnetoreluctance and capacitive diractance. The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the two spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panometric fam. The lineup consisted simply of 6 hydrocoptic Marsal vanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. The main winding was of the normal Lotus-O deltoid type placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots of the stator. Every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reverse...
All right. Back to Lizard Man.
What?
She's dead.
You gotta get out of here. I gotta go.
I think one of the most scary aspects of this creature is that it's so alien. Not that I'm saying it's from outer space, but it's so different. We have to be open to all theories. We have to look at nuclear power plants, occult rituals, aliens. What if people are misidentifying an algae-colored Bigfoot? or maybe there are humanoid reptilians out there that we haven't discovered yet.
There's been speculation that there are actually races of reptoids living in subterranean areas below the earth, in tunnels, caves, abandoned mine shafts, and things like that.
It is my belief that lizard man is a unique animal unto itself.
An algae-colored Bigfoot.
No, no, come on. Hang on. Come on, I think we can get to the street from here.
Yeah, you're fit.
Hurry up.
Hurry.
What? Okay. Can't fit.
Come on!
You can't fit. Listen, just push me back. Push me.
What are you gonna do?
Push me back now.
What are you gonna do, Trevor?
I'm gonna kill this son of a...
Keep away. I'll kill you. Kill you.
Now we can get the hell out of here.
What did she say?
Firefighter Dana Caldwell was treated for her injuries and later released. The partially eaten bodies of Chrissy Cooper and Derek Green were recovered by authorities. Andrews and Caldwell turned over their evidence to the proper authorities, and results of DNA testing have yet to be released to the public, leaving us with a question that demands a conclusive answer. Do they live among us?
I mean, do they? Do they?
I don't think there's anything in here, dude.
For Thien, his family owns a few beliefs. For this episode, we received an email from a girl who believes someone or something has been living in one of her family's properties. Her name is Bernice, and her family owns a few houses. One of these houses is supposed to be empty, but the neighbors have been complaining about loud screaming noises coming from it at night. So for today, we invited Bernice here to talk about it. Hey Bernice, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. So this is the famous luxury prank set?
Yeah, famous. I don't know about that. So let's
Nah,
sit
this is
down
like the
and,
first
talk
one.
about your situation, okay?
Okay.
So tell us what's going on.
So my parents own a few houses that they usually rent out. One of these houses is located in a dangerous neighborhood, so we haven't been able to rent it out for over a year.
Is the house in good shape?
Yeah, it's in good shape, but no one wants to rent it. It's also next to a mental hospital, which makes it even harder to rent.
Oh my God. So the people who live next to this house
Oh my
have
God.
been hearing noises at night. Is that right?
Yeah, so for about a month now, my parents have been getting calls from the neighbors about some screeching noise that's been coming from there.
Why don't they just call the police?
Well, we tried, but the police won't do anything because it's just a noise. There's not enough evidence, and they wanted us to check it out, but personally, I don't want to get involved in that.
Okay, so just give us the keys and we'll head over there tonight and check it out and we'll see what's going on.
Okay, just be careful.
Okay, yeah, just give us the keys.
We're professionals. Okay, so we just left. It's a little bit after 2 in the morning right now. How far away is this place?
25 more miles away.
All right. All right, so we're pulling up to the place now. Bernice was right. This is not a nice neighborhood at all. I think we're ready to go when you're ready.
Ready, spaghetti?
The fuck did you just say?
I think that's it. Where's the lights? I don't think anyone paid the electricity bill. There's nothing in here, dude. What is that? Paint? Okay, whatever. How big is this place? Bro, there's nothing in here. Let's check over here.
How long are we gonna wait here?
What?
How long are we gonna wait here, dude?
Oh, let's check over here. I don't think there's anything in here, dude.
Yo, what's this, dude? Dude, yo, get out! Yo. Get see.
What would you do?
Let's go! What was that?
We gotta go. He might follow us.
Wait, follow us.
Let's go.
Is he gonna follow you?
So that's what we saw? What'd you think about that?
That was f***ing horrifying.
Yeah, honestly, we have no idea what that was either. But we went to the police station and we showed them the footage, so it's in their hands now.
He just looks at him. Subscribe to support our cause.
Thank you for watching this video, guys. Remember, please make sure to subscribe to this channel.
Good old life of luxury. They know what's up. All right. Do one more thing.
This happened around the year 2011 when I was 13. One day my friend was planning on throwing a party at his place, so my older cousin drove me there. It took about 4 hours to get there, and when I finally arrived, it was around 8 p.m. A few hours later, we were having fun, but out of nowhere, I had to use the bathroom really badly.
Out of
About
nowhere.
5 minutes had passed, and while I was in the bathroom, I heard a
These,
crunching noise coming from the
subs are
woods.
for you.
At first, I thought it was someone who arrived late to the party, but all of a sudden, I heard loud banging on the glass. I started to think it might be my friend just looking for me, so I told him that I was inside the bathroom. However, it wasn't my friend. It was a guy who looked like he was in his late 50s. He said that his car broke down. He then asked me to help him, but I was already paranoid about strangers. So I simply told him that I couldn't help him. He nodded his head and walked away.
He
When
nodded
I was
his
done
head.
using the bathroom, I went back to the room where my friend was. I told him what I saw and what the man said to me. My friend looked like he just saw a ghost. Then he finally said that for almost 2 months, this man was stalking his entire family and also saw him from the bathroom window tons of times. They asked the police to check their area several times, but they couldn't help his family. When he said that, I thought he was overreacting until I heard the same banging noise now coming from the door. It was more violent now. Everybody paused what they were doing and looked at the door in shock. One guest broke the silence and said it was probably only the pizza delivery man. But my friend told me not to answer the door at all costs. I looked through the peephole.
I'll have what
and there
he's
he was,
having.
the same guy I saw through the bathroom's window. He had a psychotic-looking face and was licking his lips nonstop. We all just stood there in silence and hoped that the man would go away. But after a few minutes, the loud noise came from the basement. The guy threw a brick at the basement's window and crawled through it. Suddenly, it sounded as if a gunshot echoed through the entire house. My friend and most of the partygoers screamed and ran out of the house. I stayed behind along with a few others. One of the older kids was trained in martial arts, so I saw him assault and attack the man until he was shot. Afterward, the man escaped and ran into the woods. The whole scene was chaotic now. An ambulance and police car arrived soon after, and fortunately, the kid that was shot survived. After a few days of intense investigation, the police went to my friend's house and told him that they caught the guy. It turns out that he was living in the woods. He also kidnapped 3 kids, but luckily they were found in time and set free. But they also found out that he had already killed a few kids already. So after that, he was condemned to death for murder.
Okay. For murder. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there. A little bit of a short